Hi guys and girls, so today I have a really exciting review to show you. As you guys know, I did blog the whole experience and I will leave it up in the cards. This year I did attend London Edge. Now this is the first time that I've been to London Edge, and after watching some vlogs I really wanted to go. So I did go for their kind of summer show, so it was showing off things which will be coming out this summer, and then the next London Edge will be in September, which is more for like the winter range. So I'm really excited about that range as well. I'm hoping there'll be a few more like Halloween-y pieces in there, but there was some amazing companies, and if you guys haven't watched the video I definitely would recommend it because there are so many brands which I got to meet which I didn't actually know about. So it was really good kind of insight into companies which maybe you haven't heard about or any that are up on the rising. But today I'm going to talk about a company which I do know about and I have been a big fan of for a really long time, and I'm sure they're not going to be a new company to you either, because today I'm going to be showing you some things from Sourpuss. So I kept looping around and around at London Edge back to the Sourpuss like booth as such because they had the most amazing stuff there. They did have some of their like older range and they did have like a few newer pieces which have really recently been kind of uploaded onto their websites, and Sourpuss really stood out at London Edge just because they were the main kind of store that did sell Halloween-y and spooky items. There was loads of awesome like gothic stores and things, but from like a Halloween and like spooky perspective, definitely Sourpuss gave me the most kind of October vibes. After returning back from London Edge, I was going through like business cards and things. I thought I'd send Sourpuss a message. Now I have always been a fan of Sourpuss clothes and homeware. Example A, example B, example C. I have Sourpuss things dotted across my house throughout my wardrobe, so I thought I'd send them a message just to kind of reach out to them and tell them a bit about me and a bit about you guys, and they decided they wanted to send me a few things for me to show to you. So I have had in the making for a while. You guys, if you have watched any of my Vlogtober, any of my Vlogmas videos, will know that I did actually purchase a Sourpuss dress. It has been my goal dress. I have been losing weight in order to fit into that dress. I bought it from America, which I have more recently found out that if you are living in Europe, there is a Sourpuss Europe site which has a lot cheaper shipping. I'm so glad I knew about that. So before I've been ordering all my stuff from America, what I will do is down in the description below I will put a link to the American store which I usually used to order from, and the European store which I have since been ordering from because the shipping is a lot cheaper. So when I received the dress, it was slightly tight for me. That was not down to the sizing of the store, that was more personally down to me putting a little bit too much cheese on all my food. So I have been kind of losing weight in order to fit into that dress, and I am this close. Like literally I think in a couple of pounds time it will zip up completely, and I will of course make a whole video about that once I get there. But luckily in the meantime they have sent me a lovely big box full of things to show you. Now I am going to split this video into two parts because I have had a look through and there are some homeware items and there's also some pin items as well. So I will do a separate video for the pins just so I can show you those in a bit more detail. So let's start with the homeware. I've had this box sat in my room for about a week now and I've just been so excited to open them up and actually be able to put them on my bed, because if you haven't guessed, Sourpuss have very kindly sent me some cushions to add to this crazy thing that's going on behind me. So let's get to it. These are actually cushions which I had admired previous to London Edge, and then after going to London Edge I did actually kind of have a look at them a bit closer and I felt them and I felt how good quality they were, and then they very kindly sent me some to show you. So I'm just going to go from the top. These are all sent in one big box. They did come really quickly. I think they came 2 days after they were sent off, so I was really pleased with that. And as you can see, they have all been individually packaged, which is a really good sign that they're not going to have like any stains on them or any marks or anything. So this is the first one. When I saw this I thought hashtag Year of the Ghost. You guys know I have been missing the hashtag Year of the Ghost so much. 2018 was awesome for ghost collecting. I have completely bulked out my ghost family, but I don't really have that many kind of ghost cushions. I do have a grey one which has like a little ghost coming out of a haunted house, but other than that I have my lovely ghost family here, but I don't really have a ghost cushion to go behind them. And you guys know I'm like a sucker for putting things in like orders and clumps, part of my hoarder gene. So I felt like this cushion would be awesome to go behind my ghost family because it has this adorable little ghost lady on. I absolutely love her. I've seen this print on various things like throughout the Sourpuss range, but I absolutely adored this cushion devoted to her. So as you can see and probably hear is in like a crinkly plastic bag. So let's take it out. Ta-da! And here is the cushion. So as I said, I have actually got to like feel these cushions in real life before when I was at London Edge, but it was kind of very busy and very crazy. So although it's not a complete first-hand like experience of touching this ghosty cushion, I can tell you that it does feel like a really nice quality. The front of it is made out of this almost like satin like material. You can probably see there is like a little bit of a shine, and then the back is made out of more of like a regular kind of almost cotton fabric. So they do have slightly different feels, but they both feel like very soft, and they would both be very comfortable to lay on, although I definitely will be using this cushion as a display cushion. So as you can see, the front has the little ghosty on and the back has some stripes, and all around the outside there are these pom-poms, which are rather exciting, and then it does have the little Sourpuss label. So I really love the kind of lace detail that they've kind of put around the outside of this label, and of course it says Sourpuss Creep Heart Collection. So if you do want to find any items which have this kind of ghosty illustration on, if you look for Creep Heart, it will be kind of the same collection as such. So around the outside there are these little kind of pom-poms. It does have a very slight kind of lace going on, and then the pom-poms are coming off, and they are like evenly spread out throughout the kind of outside of this. These feel like they're very like secure on there. I did actually get some cushions with pom-poms on from Spooky Box Club, but unfortunately half the pom-poms like fell off, and then I ended up just cutting the rest off. But these feel like they're really like well kind of sewn on there. They don't feel like they're going anywhere, and as you can see they just trail all the way around the outside. On the back of the cushion as well, it is like hidden really nicely with the little kind of flap, but there is a zip in there. So if you did want to take it off and wash it, because if like me you get eyeliner and everything, you can really easily take this cover off and wash it and put it back on the cushion. And while we're talking about the inside, the cushion itself does feel like really nice and squishy. It doesn't feel kind of over compacted so that it's kind of hard to lay on. It does feel like it has a really nice amount of like bouncy squish to it. And in the background you can see there are various different prints. We've got some like crossbones, we've got some little coffins with hearts on, some little stars, which I love because these stars actually match the stars which I have around my ghost tattoo on my arm. So I love that like little matching element. And then we have our ghostie herself. So as you can see, this cushion is predominantly black and white, and that stays the same throughout the design as well. However, the rest of the designs are done like by purely line work, whereas the little ghostie does have some dot work in her, which kind of gives her definition. She has these really cute like big eyes, and I think these are meant to be eyelashes, and really chubby cheeks and a little heart nose, which is adorable. And then we come down to the actual kind of sheet part of the ghost. You guys know I love my sheet ghosts, and there is loads of definition within this sheet made by little dots. They've also added some little stars and things on there just to give her like a little bit of decoration. And then we come down to her stripy tights, which are so cute, and she's wearing some little ballet shoes. And I also love the fact that they've gone for the stripy tights just to kind of correlate with the stripes on the back. On the back as well there is a little label that says Sourpuss, but other than that there is no kind of like brand names on the front. So that's how the first cushion looks. I absolutely love this, and I cannot wait to incorporate this into like my background scene, because I do feel like she'll look really awesome over here with the rest of my little ghost clan. However, we do not stop there, because I know that last year was hashtag Year of the Ghost, so of course I had to get the matching hashtag Year of the Bat one. So if you guys are not aware, I've done loads of polls all over like Facebook, all over Instagram, and also here on YouTube, and you guys have decided that this year is hashtag Year of the Bat. You would have seen it kind of flashing up within my videos. So I now have official hashtag Year of the Bat cushion. Maybe whatever one you decide, next year we could get another matching cushion, but I love the fact that these are tying our Year of the things together. So again, this has come in a crinkly package, so let's take it out. Now I did have a quick look online earlier, and they do actually have this kind of style of cushion with the same kind of collaboration collection element to it, with a black cat on. So maybe 2020 will be hashtag year of the black cat, and then we can get like our 3 matching cushions. But today I have the bat one to show you as well. These little illustrations on here are kind of like the characters which are part of this Creep Heart collection. And as I said, you can get other items with them on. So if, for example, you really liked this illustration of a bat and a ghost, but you didn't need another cushion, you can get them on things like blankets, so you can still have them throughout your home. And I definitely feel like I'm gonna need to invest in a little blanket after seeing how cute this little guy is. So this one is very similar in the fact that it does have that same stripy background. The materials are completely the same, and it does have the same little like pom-poms around the outside. So equally, I feel like if you're someone who doesn't like cluttered cushions like I do, you could just have one kind of in front of either pillow on your bed, or even on the sofa. I feel like these would work really nicely. I definitely feel like once I move out, I will be purchasing maybe a black and white sofa, and these guys would look really nice just as like statement cushions. So here is the kind of illustration on this one, and as you can see, it is a bat. It's very similar in the fact that it has these same little illustrations around the outside, what with the crossbones, the coffins with the hearts, and the cute little stars. But this one has, of course, a little bat. Now there are a few slight differences to this one. There is still a slight element of dot work in there, but they have also injected the tiniest bit of colour in there just to give him a little bit of character, which is probably kind of the main difference between these two. Whereas this one kind of has black, whites and greys in this one. This one does have black, whites and greys, and a very tiny bit of red in the kind of face region. So here is the little bat, and hopefully you can see there is a tiny bit of red around his nose here, and also little bits of red just in these bits of the ears. It is very subtle, as you can see, so if you are looking for a complete black and white thing, I still feel like you could get away with this, but they do have those tiny little features in there. As you can see, again, they've gone for a super cute little facial expression. Look at those little eyes. Oh, they're so adorable, with the eyelashes as well. And then we come down to the bat's tummy, which is super fluffy, my favorite type of bat. And then we have lots of detail within the wings, what with the bones going up, and also those little details within the actual kind of connecting parts. And right at the bottom we do have 2 little tiny bat feet. So that is the second cushion which I have, and as you can see, it is featuring the cutest little bat for hashtag year of the bat. So as always on this channel, I will always give you completely honest reviews, whether or not the company has sent me things to show you, or if I have bought them with my own money. And I have to say that both of these are a really nice quality, and I definitely feel like I will be going back to purchase the cat one to go with them. As for where I'm going to put this bat one, I think maybe I can put him up here. When I originally started collecting plushies for my background, they were all bats, so I kind of have an abundance of bats just kind of scattered all over the place. So this little guy will fit in anywhere. So because it is hashtag year of the bat, of course I do have another bat item to show you, and perhaps another bat item to show you after this. This one is again another cushion, and it is in a very similar style, but it has a bit more of a darker feel to it, and also it does have some reds in there. So if perhaps you are looking for slightly darker homeware rather than kind of the lighter things, this could be a good kind of option. As you can see, they're both the same size. They, I imagine, are going to be very similar in like materials and things, but they do have a very different look. So let me take it out of the plastic bag. So I don't think I actually saw this one at London Edge, but I have seen this same kind of print. So you can actually buy this cushion, but like imagine it was like cut around the bat. So the cushion itself is in a bat shape. However, this takes that print and kind of makes it into your regular kind of square cushion. So perhaps, again, if you're looking for a more uniform look, this would work really well. So this one is black and red. It's a really lovely kind of dark maroon coloured red, and definitely one of my favourite colour combinations. So again, it is the same sort of material where we've got this kind of silky satin material on the front and a slightly more kind of cotton material on the back. Again, it does have that hidden zip at the back, so you can take this off if you wanted to. Now this one does have a different label on it. Just has our regular Sourpuss label. You'll find this label on the majority of their clothes, on their kind of accessories like bags, and also their homeware like the rug that I have on the floor at the moment, all came with this very kind of generic Sourpuss label. So I'm guessing this is because, of course, it is from Sourpuss, but it isn't part of this kind of creep heart range that we've got going on. And I think as well, you can see that they do have very different vibes. This one definitely has a very kind of cutesy, cartoony vibe, whereas this one's a little bit more realistic and a bit more kind of dark and gothic, I would say. So it does have the big bat in the middle, kind of the design element is the same in that kind of respect, but round the outside we have these tiny little bats which are adorable. Now the back is black, so the majority of the detail is going on the front, and this bat on the front is very detailed. Again, they've used kind of dot work in order to get detail into there, but this bat definitely has a little bit more of like a spooky, scary vibe than the cute vibe which the previous cushion did have. So this is how his little face looks. Definitely he does look a bit more spooky, and he does have a little bit more of a horror vibe to him, but definitely not like a terrifying bat at all. I still would give him a hug. And there is a lot more detail kind of in the like elements such as his feet. You can see his legs, his little feet coming off, you can see kind of the bottom of his tail, and then they do also have like the bones within the wings and also kind of the thumb part of the bat, and then as you can see there is this kind of dot work element to it. He is also a very floofy bat as well, which is our favourite type of bat, and as you can see he genuinely has he just generally has quite a lot of detail in him. And just as a close-up, you can see the little kind of black bats in the background with the little dots as well. So that is the third cushion which I have to show you, and as you can see it is super lovely and detailed. Again, has this pom-pom detail on the back, and the back does also have the same kind of Sourpuss little label on it. So again, I think this cushion would work really well if you are like a cushion hoarder like me as a stacking pillow, but also I feel like it would work really nicely as a statement pillow, maybe having two of the same one either side of a cushion, or maybe on the kind of middle of your sofa. And I love the deep red colour to it. As I said, it does give a completely different kind of dark and gothic vibe. I will of course leave links down to these cushions below, but I will also leave a link to the version of this which is like exactly the same, however it is a bat shape rather than a square cushion shape. So this is the third cushion, and all of these cushions have like the exact same like innards to them, so they are all kind of the same amount of squishy and comfy to lay on. And as I said, I would happily use this like to have a little nap on, but I do think I will be using these as display cushions. So the last thing that I have to show you that is kind of homeware related, I do, as I said, have some pins as well in here to show you, is this. And this is an item which really did stand out to me when I was looking around London Edge. It's an item which I've definitely seen before online, and I've seen kind of alternate versions of it online. I've always kind of been drawn towards them. Now I have got a few of these kind of things already, and you guys are going to know exactly what I mean as soon as I take this out, because this is a bat jewelry hanger. So I do have a couple different kind of jewelry hangers. As you guys know, I own well over 300 necklaces now. Majority of them are bats. Hashtag year of the bat is going to be fine in the necklace region. And I do actually currently have up on my wall a silver I do currently have up on the wall a metal bat jewelry hanger, which is really solid, and I use it for hanging on my really heavy necklaces. I do also have the Nemesis Now bat hanger, which again is a more 3D hanger. However, it is horrendous. I ended up throwing it away. I think it's marketed as a key hanger, and I believe it was around £10. So it is a fantastic price, and I think it would work perfect if you are looking for a bat ornament to hang on the wall, but not if you are looking for something to hang on it, because the hooks are so shallow you can barely hang one necklace on it without it then becoming lopsided, and then the necklaces fall off, and then as soon as you add more than one necklace to it, the necklaces start falling off, and it is a state. So I would recommend staying away from that one. But when I saw this one, I thought that it kind of encompasses all the kind of elements which I would look for in a bat jewelry hanger. Or of course you could use this for hanging keys on. You could hang anything on it if you'd like to, but I kind of looked at this more as from like a jewelry point of view, just because I need a lot of jewelry hangers. So this, as you can see, is in the shape of the bat, so it does give you that kind of spooky feel. It does also have a hook on the back, which loads of these hangers don't have, and you get them and you think, what? Like, this is marketed as something that you hang on the wall, and it doesn't have a suitable hook hanger. But as you can see, this does have a metal hanger, and it has been screwed on rather than glued. So as you can see, this is predominantly just black. It is made out of a wood, and of course you could paint this and add details to it if you wanted to. I feel like this is a fantastic piece for any of our DIYers out there who would want to kind of personalize this, but equally I think it looks awesome just having that bat silhouette. And as you can see, it does have these 5 hooks on them. Now the hooks are made of metal, which is of course a fantastic sign. The plastic hooks do tend to just kind of bend, so straight away I saw the metal hooks and I knew that they would be nice and strong and sturdy. And they also do have a really nice like width to them, so you could fit quite a few necklaces on here without kind of having any overflowing issues. And this kind of edge bit does come up quite far as well to kind of stop you having that problem where your necklaces keep falling off. So I was really pleased when I saw this, and when I actually received it and got it in my claws, I could feel that it is a really nice quality, and I definitely will be putting this up on the wall to use for hanging my necklaces off. I wanted to restore some more order to my necklaces because currently I just have my heavy necklaces like in one place. I have a lot of Simply Gothic necklaces and then I kind of have random ones, but I have also kind of started growing collections in kind of necklaces such as like the Embers to Eden necklaces, and I do kind of want a place to put kind of themed necklaces all in one area. So I definitely will be hanging this one up next to my mirror just so I can use it for hanging necklaces, but of course this would be perfect for hanging keys on or anything kind of with loops on. I have also seen people use things like this for hanging like little Christmas decorations on, because you do get quite a few cool like little hanging decorations and sometimes you don't have anywhere to hang them off of. So this is perfect if you maybe have like a nice set of decorations that you did want to hang up but you didn't really know how and didn't just want to put a nail in the wall. You can find something like this for a really good price just to kind of give that spooky look. As I said, it is predominantly black as you can see, but the back does say Sourpuss. It just has their logo. This is on the back, so you won't see this when it is hung up on the wall unless you hang it on a window. So yeah, I am really pleased with this. As I said, it is a nice quality. It's a nice size as well, as you can see. It's not going to be massive and take up your whole wall, but it is like the suitable size for hanging a good substantial amount of necklaces on there. From my opinion as a necklace hoarder, I'd say you could get between 25 and 30 necklaces onto this one hanger, so I'd say that's probably the amount of necklaces a normal person would own. So yeah, you could probably get away with just having this one for hanging all your necklaces on. Of course it would look awesome if you had 2 either side of a mirror or either side of a dresser, just to kind of spread your necklaces out a bit more. So as you could see, that did kind of come in a really nice box. It was very well wrapped in bubble wrap, and then it did have the box. The sticker on there does say that it is a key holder, so of course, as I said, it would be perfect for adding your keys on, but I think kind of more for me, I would personally use it for necklaces. That is the first lot of things which I have to show you from Sourpuss. As I said, these were all kind of homeware items, so I thought I'd stick them all in one big haul, and then I can go back and show you the awesome pins in a second video. So of course I will leave down in the description links to everything that you need. I'll leave links to Sourpuss's store so you can check them out. They are awesome for anything spooky and Halloweeny. They do lots of clothing, which is awesome, and they do have a really nice variety of clothing. They have lots of like casual dresses like the one I'm wearing today, all the way up to kind of more formal dresses and things which I'd wear maybe for like a wedding or a larger kind of more special occasion. So I will, as I said, leave a link down to their store below for you to check out, and I will also leave links to these individual items, so if you are looking for a specific cushion you can find it. I will leave a link down to the cat cushion and also the blanket, which are in this little creep heart theme because they are so adorable, so I'll leave those down in the description below for you. So a massive thank you to Sourpuss for selling these items for me to show to you guys, and a thank you to all of you for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!